Alright y'all, so check it out. I'm trying something new. We're gonna try the back camera and see if the quality is any better than normal. That's the goal right now. Also, I want to give a quick shout out real quick. Shout out to the person who got me this book right here. You know who you are. Shout out to you. I really appreciate it. So boom, I'm gonna keep today's episode real short. Normally you hear me talk about, the power of this and the power of that and just go really in detail with these different videos that I drop. But today, we just gonna be talking about building a routine, and I'm gonna keep this video short. Like I said, I'm gonna try to pump them out for y'all. Try to pump out like 2-3 videos a week. That's the goal. So I'm still gonna be dropping gems for y'all, but the content might be a little bit shorter. I got more podcast episodes coming up, so stay tuned for that as well. So like I said, today I want to talk about building a routine. And before I get into, I want to get into how to build a routine today. But before I do that, I want to talk to y'all about the importance of having a routine and why having a routine is so helpful in, achieving your goals and things like that. Now, for me personally, building a routine and writing down and keeping track of everything I do on a daily basis has been the biggest help in holding myself accountable and keeping track of things I have and haven't accomplished, things like that. So that's what I kind of want to talk to y'all about today. So the reason why building a routine is so important for starters, whenever you have something as important as goal setting or completing goals or anything that's super important, you want to take all confusion out of it. You want to take all questioning out of the process. You want to be able to look and completely understand what you're looking at, and that'll help ease your mind from thinking it's so difficult, because it's really not. And I had to learn this myself through trial and error. I went through so much trial and error. That's why I think this routine is the best for me. Now, I'm not going to say I came up with this routine on my own. I definitely took, inspiration from other people, but I think this routine is what works best. And I want to not only break it down to y'all, but show y'all how you can build your own routine and give y'all kind of the blueprint at the end of this video. So it is currently 3:05 in the morning right now. I just finished my 30-minute workout for the day. Also, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram. It'll be in the description down below. Everything Zay After Dark. Now, let's get into what this video is about. Now, when it comes to building a routine, there is, I believe, 3 steps. I believe there's 3 steps to building a routine that are very important. Now, the way you choose to format your routine is completely up to you, what works best for you, but I think there is a blueprint and a certain guide you should follow that'll help you get the best results possible. And I think you gotta start with step 1, which step 1 is determining your goals that you have. And what I mean by that is you wanna take paper. Now, I would say writing is really an important tool. Like, writing will be your best friend. You will do a lot of writing, and I suggest you do a lot of writing in your journey of, achieving goals and things like that, because writing is a good way to keep things on your mind, and writing is a good way to hold yourself accountable. Now, there's a theory called the red card theory, and basically, I don't know if you guys have never heard this theory. The theory states that, whenever something is on your subconscious mind, you tend to notice it more. It's like you're living and breathing it. So I heard this, and this is a very great way to think. If I come to you and say, hey, how many red cars have you seen today? You probably would not be able to give me a genuine answer. You might say, I don't know, maybe I saw 1 or 2. I wasn't really paying attention. But if I said in the beginning of the day, I said, you know what? I'll give you $100 for every red car you spot today. I bet you by the end of the day, you can tell me exactly how many red cars you saw that day. That is basically the red car theory. So when you have something on your subconscious mind and you basically live and breathe whatever it is, it's just, you see it more. It's always been around you, but you just have more awareness about it all, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I built this routine around. So like I said, step one, you want to determine your goals. On paper, you want to write down, let's say 5 goals minimum. You could do it by the month, you could do it for the year, you could do it in general, but just write down a minimum of 5 goals, right? So once you have those 5 goals written down, that's step one, is determining your 5 goals, right? That's going to be basically the basis of how we build this entire, thing. I hope the audio is good. I'm shooting this in one take. So, and I'm looking up here, I'm seeing that my AirPods is connected and not connected. So hopefully it's good. That's going to be the basis of our entire routine, is first building up those 5 goals. Now, once you have those 5 goals, you're going to go into step 2. Step 2 is basically building the foundation of your daily routine. So what I mean by that, all right, back. So now that we got step 1 out the way, we got our goals written down, we're going to build up from the foundation and basically build up to the rest of our routine. So this step 2 is very important because this is going to guide how you build your day-to-day schedule, your day-to-day routine. So what you're going to do is you're going to take those 5 goals, and under each of those goals, you're going to write down 2 to 3 tasks or things you got to do to reach those goals, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say you want to make a basketball team, right? Let's say your goal is to make a basketball team. So that's what you're gonna write down. Goal is to make the basketball team. Then underneath that, you're gonna write 2 to 3 tasks or things you gotta do to reach that goal. So obviously you gotta dedicate a certain amount of time a day to practicing and honing in on your skills. Maybe you're going to spend a certain amount of time per day watching film and studying new moves and different techniques and whatever the case. Maybe you're going to work out, get your strength up, start running daily, get your stamina up, things like that. Stretching to gain flexibility and mobility in your different joints. Just write down things. You could write down a bunch of things. It doesn't even have to be 2 or 3. You could write down a bunch of things that you have to do, right? And you're going to do this for all 5 of your goals. So I hope you guys are following along with me if you are looking to build a routine. But whether or not you do, I'm going to give y'all some homework at the end of the video anyway. So hope you're following along. Write down your 5 goals. That's step 1. Step 2, write down 2 to 3 tasks you got to complete to reach those goals, right? That's step 2. Step 3. Now, step 3 is basically building your daily schedule, building your daily routine. This is something you have to do every morning. This is not a one-time thing. You can do it one-time thing, but I highly suggest you do it every morning because things will change, schedules will change, right? This part is very important on how you do this because it can completely either help you in a good way or kind of confuse your brain. So I'm gonna give y'all the best guide on how I recommend you do it. So like I said, step 3 is building your daily schedule. So what I recommend you do is you're going to write down the day, the date, whatever that day is. And this is something you're gonna do every morning. If you wake up at 6 in the morning, you're gonna do it at 6 in the morning, first thing before you do anything. You might brush your teeth first, that's about it. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna build your schedule for the day before you even get into your day. I recommend timestamps. You wanna do timestamps, and the reason why is when you don't use timestamps and you just write your goals, okay, I'm gonna do this, by the end of today, I'm not saying that you're not gonna achieve it or it's harder to achieve. It's different for everybody, but I found in my own personal experience, whenever I write down just a bunch of goals I gotta complete by the end of the day, I start tending to allow myself room for procrastination and feeling like it's not an urgency to complete whatever I gotta complete. Realistically, you wanna get all this done as quickly as possible, and then you can enjoy the rest of your day. You don't wanna really just be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, chill, lay down, watch movies, and then I'm gonna do it later. So I recommend timestamps. So the way I have mine set up, I actually write down the moment I wake up. So I say I wake up at 5 a.m. I start my day at 5 a.m. That's the wake up time. Then it goes all the way down to the time that I plan on going to sleep, which is around 11 p.m., right? So from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., that's kind of my window. Now you want to write down the whole time, because you want to write down everything you plan on doing that day in detail. So what I mean by that, 5 a.m., you wake up. Well, let's see if I have an example here. Basically, the way I have this set up is I have the date up top. I got the moment I started my day and the moment I plan on ending my day, right? So you want to put your tasks in order with time frames. So, okay, boom. Right here, I started at 2 a.m., right? You don't really want to do that, but I'm just strange. So I started at 2 a.m. I have my 30-minute workout at 2. 3 a.m. I have record this video. So I'm already on track. I have to edit the video right after this at 4. Then at 5, you get the point. Basically, I'm planning out my whole day with timestamps. If you work, you're gonna account for that. You're simply just gonna put the time you clock in to the time you clock out, and you're just gonna block it out. You see I have it blocked out in pink here. That's my work time. But after work, you're gonna do whatever you wanna do after work, and you're gonna put your sleep. Now, that is step 3, is building your routine. I didn't go too much into detail. That's pretty much the basis of it. And I also recommend step 4. Step 4 is pretty much part of step 3, but I think it also should be looked at kind of separately. On your daily routine, you want to write down 3 goals you have for the day. 3 goals. It can be separated from your schedule, or it can be part of your schedule, depending on what it is. So for example, maybe your goals of the day is, okay, today I don't want to get angry. No matter what may go down, I don't want to get angry. So I'm going to keep my composure today. That's goal number 1. Maybe your goal number 2 is to help somebody. One of my goals for today is I want to help somebody one way or another, right? Maybe goal number 3 is you want to reach 10,000 steps. Just goals that will satisfy you, just to keep yourself constantly, basically just building this mindset in your subconscious mind, and also staying active and just constantly having goals. That's what you want, in my opinion. So if you guys are looking to build a routine like this, or you thought this video was helpful, I'm gonna give you guys a quick summary of how I suggest you build it. So step 1, you wanna write down your goals. 5 goals minimum, either for the month, for the year, or just in general in life. I recommend doing shorter time frames, like a month or a year. I wouldn't really do just life goals, just because, like I said, you want those time frames. You wanna feel like you have to get it done soon. 5 goals. Step 2, you want to take each of those goals, every single one of those goals, and you want to write 2 to 3 tasks that you will have to do on a daily basis or often basis to achieve those goals that you just wrote down, those 5 goals. So write down 2 to 3 tasks that you're going to have to do. Step 3, you're going to build your daily schedule. You're going to do this every morning. You're going to write down your schedule for the day at the start of your day, starting from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. If you are going to say, okay, I want a period of time, like 2-hour window where I get to do what I want to do, like play video games or watch TV, you are going to write that on your schedule. You're going to dedicate a time for that specific thing. You don't want to say, okay, I'll make time for it. No, fit that into your schedule. You want there to be zero confusion. All right. So from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you're going to write down everything you want to do in that day with timestamps, okay? In chronological order with timestamps. Step 4, you want to write down 3 goals you have for the day on your schedule. You want to write it down somewhere in the bottom right, top left, bottom left. Somewhere you want to write down 3 goals you have for the day. So I hope this video helped you if you wanted to build yourself a routine, a helpful routine. I thank you for joining Zay After Dark once again. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. It's getting kind of late. I need to start, continue what I'm doing so I can relax before it's time for me to go into work. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Like I said, see y'all in another video. Peace out.